The Lord of the Rings is finally back in theaters. Oh my god, I'm excited. War of the Rohirrim is set 183 years before The Lord of the Rings and tells the story of a Helm Hammerhand and his daughter Hera as they defend their home against an army of Dunlendings. The film is directed by Kenji Kamiyama and is produced by Peter Jackson. I was really looking forward to watching this new animated Lord of the Rings film in theaters. I'm a fan of anime personally, and I'm a fan of Lord of the Rings. And I thought that it was like the weird decision to make like the first new Lord of the Rings film in animation. But I understand that it was for Warner Brothers to keep the rights of the franchise, and they sort of fast-tracked this movie into production. I understand that, like in business sense, but still I was really super looking forward to it, and I was really pleased with War of the Rohirrim. I thought that it had just really fantastic characters. I was really drawn into the story. And while the animation isn't perfect, I think that the animation here could have been a bit better. I think that there are some moments where the animation really shines. And I was overall really a fan of this movie. I thought this movie rolled. And I sort of tried to separate the fan in me. Like, I know that I'm a fan of these movies, but I will instantly, like, say when a movie is bad. Like, I don't really have a problem with it, but if I truly feel that this movie is good and I was entertained while watching it, I will say that this movie is great. I had a wonderful time with this movie. It's not perfect. Don't get me wrong, like, it's not a perfect film at all. It's got some issues, but like I said, I was happy. And while it does have some nostalgic moments, and it does have like callbacks and fan service, I didn't have a problem with it. I don't see why like fan service is such a bad thing nowadays. Like, I don't really understand it. Like, if you do it too much, I completely agree that it's not a good thing, but I didn't think that this movie did it too much. It had a few moments that call back to the original trilogy that I agree with, but it stood on its own. I think that the story here really worked for me. The action was really entertaining. It's a very action-packed movie, and I was really drawn into the characters. I really enjoyed the character of Hera, even though like she is sort of a made-up character. Like, they didn't have the name of Hera in the appendices, and they sort of came up with her. I don't have a problem with her. I think she is likable. I heard some complaints that she's a little too perfect, but I don't see it. I think that she's really entertaining and interesting character, a bit rebellious, and I really loved Helm Hammerhand. I thought that he was just great in this movie, and you could have focused the movie on him. I thought that he could have almost led the entire movie, but I'm fine that they decided to focus the movie on Hera. I thought that she worked well with them in the movie. She was really good. The villain character Wolf, I thought, was just superb. Like, he was menacing and he was really well written. I really enjoyed his character. I thought that he was really a menacing threat, and he really worked for me. Yeah, the voice acting here is really great. Like, you get Brian Cox as Hal Hammerhand, who is excellent. Gaia Wise plays Hera. I thought that Gaia Wise was really good. And you also get Miranda Otto back, who played in Owen in the original trilogy, and she is the narrator here. She narrates the story, and I really thought that it worked well because she's like a member of Rohan, and yeah, I really enjoyed the voice acting, and Luke Pascalino is really great as Wolf as well. Like, I think the voice cast is really solid here. I didn't have a problem with the voice cast at all. Music in the film is really great. It really brings me back to the original trilogy, especially the towers, since the movie takes place in Rohan, and you get familiar themes. Nothing new that really stood out for me. I would have to listen to the soundtrack separately from the movie to really just see how many different themes there are from the original trilogy. But overall, I was really pleased with the soundtrack, and yeah, it really gives you the nostalgia, and I thought it was really satisfying. There's a few like corny lines, like some overly dramatic lines that don't feel quite real, but it's few and far between. Like I didn't think that the whole movie was like that. Kind of like the animation, like some weak moments here and there. I just thought that maybe this movie was a little too long, but that's about it. Like I really had a good time with this movie, and I'm looking forward to other films that are set to come out. Like the first one is The Hunt for Gollum in 2026. I'm looking forward to that film. I'm looking forward to another Gandalf led film that's probably gonna be next after The Hunt for Gollum. So any more Lord of the Rings, I'm really excited for. Thought that they did like the right thing here by not like remaking Lord of the Rings. I think that's the way to go. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Overall, I really had a good time with War of the Rohirrim. I really enjoyed myself. Like I thought that it was a welcome return to Middle Earth, and it seems like hardcore fans will enjoy this movie. Like even normal fans. Like I don't think that this movie is gonna sway critics, but I feel like normal fans will enjoy this movie. It's got an 85% fan rating on Rotten Tomatoes, while like it has like a 55% or something like that for the critics score. But yeah, I enjoyed this movie, so I'd give this movie a B plus. Well, let me know what you think about the movie down in the comments below. Please like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.